we're going to measure the candela. This is the Wurrkos TS26S. Full disclosure, Wurrkos did send me this light, but fear not, I will not go down the path of sucking up to light companies just to get free lights. They decided they wanted to reach out and send me some lights, just this one so far, but I will be just as hard on this light as I would any other light, I promise you. I don't care if they get mad at me or whatever, but I want to test it as hard as I possibly can to make sure that you guys are getting a good product if you want to purchase this light. So, to start things off, this has 3100 lumens. It claimed 3100 lumens, I should say. 191 meters of throw is what it claims. 5000K color temperature, 95 CRI. They're really going for that true to color. Wurrkos is. It has four, you can see them there, four PC519A emitters in it, which is kind of unique. You know, most of the lights I've done, I think almost all of them have only one emitter. And this one is a floodlight in your hand, pretty much. It genuinely has a ton of flood, probably the most of any light that I've tested so far. But this thing is pretty cool. So initially I was pretty upset at the pocket clip because it looks like it's backwards. And I'm a big knife guy and I go, oh, the pocket clip's upside down. I'm going to have this silly, you know, emitter facing my, my face. But you can put it the right way because they did a reverse clip. It's just kind of, they reversed the reverse clip. I don't know. It's a weird way to do it in my opinion, but it works well. It still fits in a pocket. It is big. It's a 5000 milliamp hour 21700 battery, and yeah, it's great. I am very excited to test it to see what it can do. It's got some really cool knurling on it. It definitely has a good look to it. I believe this is a steel bezel as well, crowned up here, and it has a magnetic tail clip on it too. A couple other things is it's USB-C charging. You just open the port there and you got your nice USB-C charging port, and then you can also use it as like a power bank and you can charge your phone, which I think is always useful just in case. I've never done it with any of my flashlights, but a lot of them are capable of it nowadays, and it is cool that you can transfer power from that 21700 battery if you really need your phone power. It is a side switch only. There is no tail switch. As you guys know, if you've been watching my channel, I prefer tail switch to side switch, but I'm interested to see how this works. I do like that you can index this pretty easy. You can move this pocket clip wherever you want. I put it here, so when I grab this at night, I can just go straight on to the button. It is a nice like rubberized button, and it is raised, so pretty easy to index and find that button, which I think is very important with side switch lights that not a lot of companies take into account. So that's great. But without further delay, let's just get straight into the testing. Alright, now we're going to measure the candela of the TS26S. So I have a lux meter here. I just have to set the lux meter, and once this is 1 meter exactly away from the lux meter and the hot spot's in the right spot, that is going to give us the exact candela. So we're going to do that. Don't mind the oaky rig, part of my heritage. Alright, we are out in my side yard here, and we've got some trees over there that are about 80 meters away or so, and this will just give you a good idea about the flood. So this is the TS26S on low, and I'll just scroll through the modes here. You just press and hold, And then there's medium. As you can see, already a good amount of flood. Press and hold again. That is the high mode. I can see those trees now, no problem. They're not, totally lit up, but I can see them. It's kind of hard to see on camera. Then I double tap, and that is my full. And my goodness, this is a ton of flood. I mean, it's hitting my house over here, which you can't see, but it's lighting up like the side of my house. No light has done that. This thing is genuinely a floodlight in your hand. Huge spot. There is no real defined hotspot that you can see, but it's just lighting up my whole driveway over there, which is pretty wild. Like I said, no light has done that. And for comparison, this is the SP35, or I'm sorry, this is the SP35T. Nowhere near the amount of flood, and definitely better candela with this guy. I can see those trees a bit better, but you can see the color temperature is different. This one has 3,800 lumens, and then quickly we'll switch right back. You can see the color temperature difference big time. The SP35T is the Sofrin is a 6500K or 6000K, and this is 5000K. And it definitely looks true to color. It looks really good. But yeah, this thing is super impressive. I can definitely start to feel the warmth if I hold it up close, but if I'm holding it back, it doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, this thing is one heck of a flood. Like I said, floodlight in your hand. But let's go check it out at the shed. All right, here we are at the sketchy shed. This is that Firefly mode to press and hold, and it takes you straight to Firefly. And then I'm going to turn it off and back on with one click. That's the high mode. I gotta press and hold. There's low, medium, and high. And that is plenty of light in itself. You can see the color temperature is really good. And then a double tap, and I have my turbo. And it is daylight. It is like the lights are on inside the shed. It looks great. Here's a comparison. Here's the SP35T. You can see definitely a different color temperature. Definitely punches in a little bit more with more candela. But I'll turn this one on right here. Take this away. There's both of the turbos. As you can see, this just lights everything up. And this one, you can kind of start to see the edge of it. But yeah, I'm very happy with the Wurrkos. As a floodlight, this thing is awesome. All right, we're gonna do the water submersion test with the TS26S. So I'm gonna turn it on low mode, as you can see it's on, and we're gonna drop it in for 30 minutes. All right, it's all done. Let's pull it out of the water here. Oh, water is so cold every time. And working just fine. We'll take a closer look at it, make sure it works and charges and everything, and I'll get back to you. All right, the TS26S did not take any damage, no water inside, still works, oh my gosh, no problem. Scrolls through the modes, all three, and turbo, no problem. So we are going to move on to the drop test. I'm going to drop it twice from waist height on the bezel and on the side, and twice from head height on the bezel and on the side. And then I'm going to drop it off my roof, which is about 15 feet. Let's turn this guy on low, and we'll start right here. All good, no cracks yet from the head. All right, all good, still working. Some minor scrapes, that's it. The lens is intact, which I'm very happy about. We'll see if it stays intact for the 15-foot drop. 15 foot off the roof. See if it survives. Ooh. It turned right back on when I clicked it. Yeah, it's on. Scrolls through. Double tap, it's on high. Wow, very impressive. Okay, let's start with dislikes. So with the TS26, The only thing that was really an issue with me was that battery test. So as you saw, it only got up to about 4,300 milliamp hours when it says it's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which is kind of a bummer. And the charge time was 5 hours. So that's really long, and I know it's a 21700. I've got a couple others that I think they charge in about three-ish hours, which is pretty normal. But 5 hours is really long, and it didn't even get 5,000. So that was the only real bummer. But the TS26 impressed me. Just a little bit of minor scarring. If it'll focus on the light on the head there, that's all it took. I mean, there's like no damage to the body or anything. It did the 15-foot drop test, no problem. I mean, it turned off, which is pretty normal. I did check the battery, and those 3 prongs on the battery, they're dented. I'll show you right now. So they're dented just in a little bit, but the light still works, no problem. Turns on, scrolls through all its modes. Double tap, and I'm gonna get that. And that's all I care about. It still works. And it took one heck of a drop, really good water submersion, all that stuff, as you saw. So I would highly recommend this light. I think this would be great for camping, or if you go on walks maybe with like your dogs late at night, or if you walk through places at night. This would be a great light. So I love the 5000K color temperature. I think that's awesome. It's really true to color, whereas usually you're getting like 6000 to 6500 with other lights. This definitely gives you the 5000. Like I said, pocket clip was a little funky, but it still does fit in your pocket. It's a little wide, but you know, for someone my size, I'm like 6'1", fits in my jeans just fine. I don't really notice it. I carried it a couple days and I didn't really notice it. It wasn't bothering me or anything. So I would say go pick one up. There is a link down in the description for 39% off that Wurrkos kindly provided me, so I'm going to provide that to you guys. So please use that. That helps them out, helps me out. And yeah, at the end of the day, Wurrkos did a good job. They made a good flashlight. I wouldn't say that if I didn't think so, but good job, Wurrkos, and we'll see you on the next one.